your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
So it's a warm, sunny day today. Temperatures remain in the middle and upper 80s out there. 87 degrees in Champaign, 88 in Paris, 86 in Taylorville, Decatur, Bloomington, and 85 in Pontiac, which is where we have our Pontiac RV weather camera up on our roofing dog INET. You've got sunny skies up there, and we're going to stay nice and clear for the rest of the evening, overnight tonight, and then also for tomorrow as well. Now, the winds right now are out of the southeast between about 5 and 10 miles per hour. They'll be more out of the south up to around 15-20 for tomorrow. And you'll see that the backyard forecast, albeit pretty warm, is actually very nice, but we are calling for much more warmer as well as more humid conditions for the weekend. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
The biggest utility company in Illinois admits to bribing friends of House Speaker Michael Madigan. How the governor called out the speaker today. And the governor is also calling out some schools that aren't requiring their students to wear masks. What action he's taking.
Producing lots of tests. I think it's just more testing, at least from what we've been causing in our community, to the state lab.
And what health officials say you should do if your COVID test results are taking a while to come in.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jennifer Roscoe. The biggest utility company in Illinois has admitted to bribing friends of House Speaker Michael Madigan. Federal prosecutors have charged ComEd in an 8-year corruption scheme. They say ComEd put the speaker's allies on the payroll while the State House passed new laws to let them raise customers' electric bills. Our Capitol Bureau Chief Mark Maxwell is in Springfield with more.
Federal charging documents spell out precisely how clouded power brokers here in Springfield closed a sweet deal for a well-connected power company and stuck their customers with the tab. ComEd paid friends of Speaker Michael Madigan $1.3 million disguised as salary payments or vendor contracts, these documents show. That bribe paid off to the tune of $150 million as the company was allowed to charge their customers higher electric bills after 2 key new laws were passed through the State House. Now, in a deal with the feds, ComEd will pay back $200 million to the U.S. Treasury to avoid criminal charges. The company is also cooperating in an ongoing criminal investigation into Speaker Michael Madigan. The feds say the speaker had substantial influence and significant control over laws that affected ComEd's bottom line. Governor Pritzker unloaded on the speaker during a press conference this afternoon in Waukegan.
The speaker has a lot that he needs to answer for, to authorities, to investigators, and most importantly, to the people of Illinois. If these allegations of wrongdoing by the speaker are true, there is no question that he will have betrayed the public trust, and he must resign, therefore.
Those federal charging documents also list Speaker Madigan's longtime friend and close confidant Mike McLean. It says both men, McLean and Madigan, sought out and chased after this corrupt arrangement. But even still, federal prosecutors have yet to bring any criminal charges against Speaker Madigan. They did, however, serve a grand jury subpoena to the Speaker's office this morning. And through a spokesperson, the Speaker says he will cooperate and respond to those requests for documents, which he believes will clearly demonstrate that he has done nothing criminal or improper. But will those documents reveal the full story? Those federal charging documents we've already seen show that McLean at one point told a ComEd executive, "Don't put anything in writing because all it can do is hurt you." Reporting in Springfield, Mark Maxwell.
Schools are required to make students wear masks when they reopen next month, but a few districts decided to go against the state's rules. Now the governor is suing. WCIA 3's Cole Henke has more.
For months, different parties challenged the governor's executive orders. But after 3 school districts said they would only recommend masks instead of following State Board of Education guidelines requiring them, the governor's office went on the offensive.
So a local school district that decides to say, to heck with it, we're not wearing masks, I'm telling you now, we've got to stop that. We've got to make sure that school districts follow the rules that we set out. That is a mandatory thing, wearing a mask.
Governor Pritzker, Dr. Ngozi Ezike, and State Superintendent Carmen Ayala filed a lawsuit against Hudsonville schools in southern Illinois and Parkview Christian Academy and Families of Faith Christian Academy in northern Illinois. The schools are not requiring students to wear masks, instead leaving it up to parents to decide. Hudsonville School Board President Tina Callahan said the state board guidelines did not leave enough room to adapt to their models.
Does not allow for autonomy at all. When they are trying to tell you that you have to wear a mask, all your employees have to wear a mask, we recommend you don't play on the playground. You will take everyone's temperatures. You will not have more than 50. I mean, that is absolutely does not allow control.
Reporting in Springfield, I'm Cole Hankey.
The lawsuit is asking for the judge to give the state the legal power to enforce the mandate and punish those who don't follow it. All three schools are being represented by Tom DeVore, who also represents many other clients and challenges to the governor's executive authority. DeVore was supposed to appear in court today for the next step in the legal battle between House Republican Darren Bailey and Governor Pritzker, but that was canceled. The Attorney General was going to ask a judge to dismiss the order from Clay County that declared the governor's orders void. The deadline for that motion is Wednesday. The Monocles in Tilton is closing down temporarily. They say an employee tested positive for COVID-19. On their Facebook page, they say they're following the health department's advice for when to reopen. They're also bringing in a company to help with sanitizing. The server who tested positive also posted on Facebook saying the only reason she got tested was because a friend she had been in contact with tested positive. She warns other people to be careful anytime you go out in public because you can have it without showing symptoms. She also asks people to be more understanding, adding Monocles didn't do anything wrong. And if you have been tested lately and wondering where are my results, you're not alone. Testing sites around the state say they have had longer wait times. In Sangamon County, for example, the health director there says results shouldn't take longer than 5 days, but state public health says it can take up to a week. Health directors in central Illinois say the slowdown is because of the high demand.
Producing lots of tests. I think it's just more testing, at least from what we've been causing in our community to the state lab. I know that they've increased the testing, the actual testing of the specimen capabilities. So they're just very busy. I just think it's an increased volume since the reopening.
And if you haven't gotten your results in 7 days, health directors say you should call the site where you got tested and find out what's going on. And when we're talking about how many tests, remember when the goal used to be 10,000 a day? Well, more than 40,000 tests were completed for COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. There were almost 1,400 new cases for a total of more than 159,000. The positivity rate for the last week is down to 3%. It was at 3.1. There have also been 22 more deaths for a total of nearly 7,300. An Atwood couple is in jail accused of spanking a child too hard. Anthony Drake and Caitlin Hutchinson are both charged with the aggravated battery of a child. Drake is the 4-year-old's father. An affidavit says the child had to be taken to the hospital. Drake was previously on parole for drug charges. There was a house fire in Paxton overnight. It happened near South Falls Street and Eastview Drive. There were 2 people inside asleep at the time. They escaped, but 2 cats inside died. The cause is still under investigation. A school district has gotten a makeover. Coming up next, why officials say they wanted to get some upgrades while also preserving the school's history.